Hey fam, it's your girl, the one and the only Spicy, and I'm here today with another pick a card reading. And for today's reading, we're going to be asking Spirit, what is your superpower? So we're going to be asking Spirit what your superpower is, and then we're going to be asking some additional questions. I have two oracle decks over here that I want to use in addition to these tarot decks. Just to figure out even more information about that, about you, about what you do. So with that being said, y'all, this is how this reading is going to work. You're going to pause the video right now if you need to, and you're going to choose a pile or piles that you would like to listen to learn more in depth about what your superpower is. So pile one, we have the Fountain Tarot deck with the Crystal Quartz Geode. Pile two, we have the Essential Tarot, the Essential Tarot deck with the citrine crystal. And then pile three, we have the Urban Tarot with the selenite stone. So we're going to go ahead and get started, y'all. Go ahead and pause the video if you need to. Go down into the description box, choose the timestamp that correlates with the pile that you chose, and I will see you at your reading. All right, my pile one people. If you chose the Fountain Tarot deck with the Clear Crystal Quartz Geode, I'm going to get started with your reading now. But first and foremost, I want to thank all new and returning subscribers. I want to thank y'all so much for viewing my content, engaging with my content, liking, commenting, and definitely make sure that y'all share. And yeah, thank y'all so much for doing that. I'm so blessed, grateful, I'm happy, and I'm excited to be here to read for y'all today and just to give y'all a fun, insightful, and amazing message. Amazing message. So definitely make sure y'all check out all of the information in the description box if you would like to get a personal private reading from me, or if you would like to donate to this channel, or if you would like to check out my new line of 3D gel and hand painted press on nails. Definitely make sure that y'all do that. All of the information is in the description box. But for now, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to pull from the Hip Hop Queens tarot deck, oracle deck rather, and we're going to get one card that describes your superpower. And you could have additional superpowers, okay? But we just going to highlight one. If we talk about all, we would be here all day because y'all are just that amazing. All right, so your superpower lies within your emotions, and specifically with emotions, your ability to live in your emotions, your ability to be vulnerable, your ability to be open, your ability to just go with the flow, to just let things be as they are, and to understand that you're healing, to understand that you're working through these things, and just being able to, it's just like, when you know you've been to hell and back, it's like people just have to respect you because they respect that who you are, the essence of your being it's real and it's authentic. So I like that. I mean, a lot of people in this world don't have the ability to be open and to be vulnerable and to want to display their emotions and let other people know how they feel. But then it's just like, you've earned your stripes in a sense because you've lived life, and the scars that you have, those are battle scars, okay? Them scars are battle scars. Like, you're not lightweight, you know what I'm saying? Even though people might look at you like you are, it's like you're not a lightweight. It's like your soul and your spirit has just been through so many transitions. It has been to so many places that I just feel as though like people gotta respect you because you've been to hell and back. You feel what I'm saying? People have to respect you. So yeah, superpower lies within your emotions, and we're gonna get some additional tarot cards just to get some more information about that, about you rather. Yeah, I just feel like y'all are very passionate people, and I feel like the place of where you are right now with your emotional maturity is like you're not gonna fault yourself. I feel like you understand that you are a human being, like you are a person, and you're someone who doesn't necessarily think that they are a perfect person, but you're someone who understands that you are perfectly you, and you're someone who understands that like your emotions guide you. I feel like for you all, not to say that you're all emotional always up in your head, but I just feel like your emotions guide you because you are in tune with who you are. I feel like you're someone who has a certain level of awareness. It's just given like just a very mature person, because you have the ability to look at how you feel and to like to try to get to the bottom of it. It's like, why do I feel this way? Whereas some people feel emotions, but they can't identify what that emotion is connecting to. You feel what I'm saying? They don't have the ability to do that. Yeah, I feel like you don't only have the ability to love yourself and to become aware with yourself, but I feel like you can extend that out to other people. So this is your superpower. It's like if somebody got into a relationship with you, they would have to be open, vulnerable, and very honest. And they would have to be very communicative in order to, be able to see the benefits of what it means to be connected to you. And it doesn't just mean like a love relationship, but I'm talking about if anybody is connected to you, then they would have to be open, honest, and communicative. And I also feel like just the goodness that you can display for yourself and how real and aware you are within yourself. Like I said, you can be that way for other people. So if someone doesn't want to be vulnerable, open, and honest with you, then they would have to run away from you, because that's too much fire. It's too much heat for them, especially if there's someone that wants to, pull back or hide things or not be completely honest and stuff like that. Is like that type of person, those types of people, like they couldn't be your friends, or they couldn't be, your intimate partners, because it's not gonna work. You're too real. Like you too real. But yeah, for the most part, I do feel like you're able to extend this love to other people. And you would be a very emotionally fulfilling person to be with if that other person is also ready and that's something that they want to, or if these other people want to be around energy like that. It's like you would be actually a cool person to be around. Like you just have to keep things real. You know what I'm saying? Like they would just have to keep things real with you. But for the most part, as far as within your superhero origin story, I definitely feel as though like when you were younger, when you were a child, I feel as though like maybe your family didn't really have as much money, or you didn't really have, the opportunity to do as much as what you would have liked to do. And I feel like when you were younger, you could have internalized these things. You know what I'm saying? You could have internalized not having enough, or maybe living in poverty, or something as far as like maybe having a lack of opportunities, or your family not being able to give opportunity, like to foster opportunities within you. I feel like you had to learn how to give to yourself. I feel like you've had to learn how to become emotionally mature. Like I feel like a lot of the things that you've experienced, you've had to dig your way out of it. You've had to provide opportunities to yourself. So it's like you had to figure out your own outlets to be able to. I'm sorry, y'all. It's loud. I think that's a dump truck or something, but that sound was loud. But anyway, for the most part, it's like you've had to give these opportunities to yourself. Like where there weren't opportunities for you to express yourself, you've had to create those for yourself. So some of y'all could create this is the Hip Hop Queens deck that I'm using, but it's like some of y'all like had to figure out ways to creatively express your emotions and to give yourself that opportunity where you could not find it at home. So maybe you had to look towards things to do in the community, or maybe you spent time online, or just fostered and created different, and developed different skills for yourself. But it's just showing something that's like, as far as your emotions and where you are now and being so real and so aware, that's something that you initiated this. Like it came from you. So I also wanted to see, with this other oracle deck right here, I wanted to see like, okay, how has your superpower helped you, but then also how has it hindered you? How has it helped you and how has it hindered you? So let's see. This is the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Y'all, my window is open, so I apologize if it's a little loud right now. Just give me a second. Let me just close the window. All right, the truck is going. It's going, so I'm gonna just leave it. So how has it helped you and how has it hindered you? All right, so how has it helped you? I feel like for y'all, your emotions have literally gotten you out of things, like gotten you out of unnecessary cycles, have gotten you out of like relationships, have taken you out of, you know, jobs or just any opportunity that you feel like doesn't sit right with yourself. I feel like you all are very tapped into your intuition, and just how you feel, and you explore how you feel, and you validate your own experiences, and you validate your experiences. So did I say that? You validated your own experiences and you validate whatever. You validate your experience and you validate yourself. You know what I'm saying? So because you've done that, you have been able to get out of situations, get out of circumstances that literally are not up to your highest good, just because you are tapped into how you feel and you are aware and you're being authentic with yourself. Okay? Like, you are the person, if you happened to end up in an abusive relationship or with a toxic person or with a toxic friend, it's like you would feel those feelings like, no, I feel like something's not right here. And you wouldn't allow that other person to try to manipulate you to stay. Or even if they tried to, it wouldn't have lasted for too long, because that's how tapped in you are to yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you don't really need anybody to tell you anything. You know what I'm saying? You don't need anybody to validate anything, because from a young age, you've learned to validate yourself where you couldn't. where other people wasn't validating you, you was validating yourself and how you feel. Like, you always was giving yourself opportunities to express yourself, to come up with different outlets and whatnot. So I feel as though you're able to get yourself out of unnecessary cycles that continue to keep going round and round, like this, what this card says. So your emotions have helped you to spiritually evolve. Okay, they've had, like, they really have. Like, you've been able to transform your life to get out of things by purely feeling how you feel and making a decision based off of how you feel. You're someone who's mature with your emotions. So how has it hindered you? Okay, so how has it hindered you? I feel like your superpower has hindered you because maybe you're not, I feel like this has to do with being a good judge of character. So like I said, it's not like you have not been in any traumatic or abusive situations or been caught up with the wrong people, in the wrong situations, in the wrong jobs. I feel like initially you may have had issues with being a really good judge of character when it has come to things. I feel like with you, you have to kind of live with things for a little bit to kind of see what it is. Like, you just kind of go with the flow, so you're going to give it a chance. And I feel like maybe you've given a chance to things that did not deserve a chance, just based off of how you feel. So I think that sometimes you have experienced not really being a good judge of character when it comes to situations, like especially new situations, like a new job or a new opportunity or a new love relationship. You've been a little too quick to kind of go with things, haven't been the best at judging something, but you just gave it a chance. So maybe your ability to just like, I'm gonna just give it a chance and see how I feel, like that hasn't worked out for you in all situations. So I think that's potentially why it hinders you. It's like, if something looks good, you're gonna be like, okay, I'll try. Okay, it's appealing to my senses, I'll try. But as you know, all that glitters is not gold. So you may have put yourself in situations, and then at the end of it, now you got to get yourself out of it, because maybe you felt some type of way about it and it was off, or wasn't a good judge of character, you know? So I feel like that's how it has hindered you. But just with you showing up as an emotionally mature person, I definitely do get that. You know, moving forward, it'll be something that you'll, you know, be a little bit much more aware of, and be much more willing to, you know, adjust, because now you know, like, how your emotions have potentially hindered you, and whatnot. But I definitely can say that regardless of if you get into a connection and it, you know, is not working out, like, you do have the ability to get yourself out of it, just purely by becoming aware. It's like, once you're aware and once you see things for how they are, you cannot unsee them. That's the thing about you. It's like, once you know, you know. Like, once your emotions and intuition lead you to something and you uncover some information, you know, like, and you can't go back on that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you can't go back on it at that point. But y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it right there. I definitely hope that you enjoyed this reading. We learned about what your superpower is, and I'm excited about that. So definitely make sure that y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one. All right, fam. If you chose pile number 2, my pile 2 people that chose the citrine crystal with the essential tarot deck, we're going to get started. We're going to be figuring out what your superpower is, a little bit about your origin story, and how your power helps and hinders you. So with that being said, y'all, definitely make sure that you check out all of the information in the description box. I would like to thank all and welcome all new and returning. Okay, it's the returning subscribers for me. Like, shout out to all the people that like, comment, have subscribed, and are engaging in the comment section. I love it, and I can't wait for there to be even more comments so that we could just keep the fun going even after the video is posted. But yeah, check out all that information if you want to get a personal private reading from me, if you would like to check out my new line of 3D and hand painted gel press-on nails, as well as donating to this channel. And I want to thank everyone that has done that. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started, y'all. I'm going to start this reading with the Hip Hop Queens Oracle deck so we can get what your superpower is. Now, I know it's a lot of amazing things about you, but if I was to sit here and just talk about all of these amazing things about you in this video, we would be here all day. We would be here all day. That's just how special you are. So we just going to get one. We going to get one. Okay? We going to get one. We are going to get one. Ooh. Okay. Yo, I'm sorry. I love this card. Okay, so y'all have y'all have luck with Lady Luck. But for the most part, y'all superpower is luck. And that is amazing. That is amazing. Like, look, not only are y'all lucky, but for real, y'all are just blessed. And it seems like y'all are fated to be this way. Like, this superpower that you have it's your fate. Okay, it's your fate. You must be lucky. Okay, I feel like you're the type of person who just gets blessed all the time. I feel like people favor you. I feel like things go through for you. It's not to say that you don't get some pushback here and there, but I definitely do feel like you are blessed. Like, anything that you want, you get. And it does come off to other people as lucky, because it's like, why is it that every time this person does something, they always successful? Because that was your fate. It was your fate. So I'm definitely excited about that for you. Like, I was happy. Like, I'm happy for you. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy for you. But it really does seem like not only is luck on your side, but I feel like time is on your side. I feel like resources are on your side. I feel like money is on your side. If you don't feel like this right now, it's time for you to start walking around with your lucky syndrome. Okay, and anything you touch turn to gold. Everything works out for you. Like, you're always winning, you're always achieving, you're always successful, even if it's the smallest thing. Whatever it is that you set your mind to, once you set your mind and set your intention and you start to walk in that direction, I feel like things just work out for you. Like, you really are blessed. I mean, I feel like anything you want in this world you can have, just because you are walking around with this superpower and with this energy. Like, you be making stuff happen. You know what I'm saying? You be making stuff happen. It's not like you don't put any effort in. It's like, no, you make stuff happen. Once your intentions, your energy, the momentum is moving in a particular direction for you, it just picks up. It picks up and it continues to move. It picks up and it continues to move. So y'all got the, what is this? The Four of Swords. Yeah, it's the Four of Swords. Got the Four of Swords. Let me get y'all another card. Let me get y'all another card. I feel like when it comes to y'all's luck, it just seems like you're so, like, you're not a typical normal person, and I feel you're not a typical regular normal person, and I just feel like because of that, you tend to engage yourself in things that are unconventional and things that other people may not understand, but those things work out for you as well. So for example, you could have been someone who grew up in a church, but now you decided to start doing tarot, and now you get mad, you know, personal readings and views and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Or you could be that person who is like, your parents wanted you to go to school to be a doctor, but you decided that you want your parents wanted you to go to school to be a doctor, but you decided that you wanted to be an entrepreneur and start your own business, and now it's working out for you. So it's just like whatever you put your mind to has always been something that's outside of the norms of society, or what society would tell you to do. And it seems like you're someone who's able to like catch the trend before it becomes a trend. And then because now it's a trend and now you were already doing that thing, you're considered as just somebody that is known, or you're considered as somebody who is you know, for what I got was a high ranking person within the community. So it just seems like whatever you touch, it really does turn to gold. And I feel like you are a trendsetter. And I feel like wherever you expand yourself, whatever you expand yourself into, or you engage with, it just always becomes a thing. So that's why I'm just like, are you a trendsetter? Some of y'all could even be an influencer, doing something that's outside of the norms of what society would say. Like, I can definitely say like 10 to 15 years ago, like influencing was not a thing, but you could have been doing that. And so now, because you've been doing that, and now that influencing is a thing, it's like you're an it girl or you're an it boy. You know what I'm saying? So it just seems as though like you always are on, it's like what I got for y'all was cutting edge. It's like you're always on the edge. You know what I'm saying? And you're always active too. And I feel like this plays into why a lot of things just tend to work out for you, is because you're always doing something. You're always putting forth in action. And I also feel like y'all don't care about what the rest of society says about you. Like, you got your like, you got your keys, okay? And that's the key for you, is to not care about what other people say or what other people think. You just do what you want. But yeah, you're a very active, very, very active person. And I think that you being so active is healing to you. I feel like that's how things work, and that's why a lot of things work out for you, is because you're actually putting forth the action into those multiple things. You know what I'm saying? So like, where somebody would say, oh, it's luck, it's like, yeah, it could be luck, but it's fate too. It's fate. It's fated. So let's get some yeah, y'all definitely could be entrepreneurs, unconventional entrepreneurs. That's something that is here. Just really responsible financial people. Or if you have not yet experienced, what was I about to say? If you have not yet experienced this wealth and abundance, like, understand it's on the way to you. You just need to lean into your superpower, and you know, things working out for you, and understanding that like things work out for me as long as I put my time, action, abilities, my intentions, like things work out for me. That's something you should definitely tell yourself. But yeah, I feel like as far as with your origin story, because we have the King of Pentacles, we also have the devil the devil card here as well. I feel like with your origin story, your origin story doesn't necessarily have to date back to childhood, but I feel like for a lot of you all, there was some type of relationship in your life that really made you want to, through that relationship, it transformed you. You know what I'm saying? It transformed you. For a lot of y'all, for some reason, I'm getting it was a parent figure, and more than likely a father figure. Or some of y'all could have had it's either one or two things. You could have had a father. Well, at the end of the day, your father may not have been there nurturing you to give you the type of love that you needed. For some of y'all could have had very wealthy parents, or you could have had a parent that just was doing well for themselves, and maybe they were not there to really give you love in the way in which you needed it to, even though they could have been there financially to take care of you. For others of y'all, y'all had a parent who actually was there, was showing up for you, and helped you to guided you through life so that you could see things in a different way, so that you could see things in a better way. Because for some reason here, it's showing that y'all have a lot of masculine energy that helps you to do and to come up with solutions. But it's either you got this masculine energy from a parent that was showing up for you and showing you the way, or you had to develop your own sense of what this energy was and how you could actually use it to help you with your goals, because of a lack of a parent figure that was there to show you that thing. So yeah, for a lot of y'all, your origin story, it definitely, because I was like, I don't know if it has to go back to childhood, but it definitely could, with a relationship that you had with a parent figure. For others of y'all, it could just be, like I said, a love relationship that sparked you to want to change. But for the most part, you received guidance, and this was either guidance from a direct person, like a direct person telling you what to do, helping you to avoid common pitfalls, helping you to become independent, to not be too codependent. But then on the flip side too, it could have been an absence of a parent that was not able to teach you those things, was not able to teach you independence, was not able to teach you how to still engage with others, but to maintain a sense of, independence within yourself. So it's like one of those two options. But I want to see I want to see how luck helps you, and I also want to see how luck hinders you. That's what I want to see. But yeah, for some of y'all could have been in a mad toxic relationship. That's why I'm just like, I don't know if it necessarily has to go back to childhood, but you could have been in a real toxic relationship that forced you to heal, and it forced you to elevate yourself and to become more of a responsible person, a financially savvy person, or business person. It forced you to have to create some type of wealth and abundance for yourself. So that's why I'm just like, it didn't necessarily have to go back to your childhood, but there is a specific particular relationship in your life that helped you to, that caused you to become the person that you are today. Let's see how it helps you and how it hinders you. This is the Wisdom of the Oracle tarot deck. Y'all probably always like, girl, she don't never know. Girl, she don't never. She don't ever know what's going on. Just like, I do be knowing what's going on. I just be wanting to tell y'all. I be wanting to tell y'all these, I be wanting to tell y'all what the decks are. Okay, so how your superpower has helped you and how it's hindered you. So how it's helped you, you got the milk and honey card. Yeah, like that's straightforward, because it makes sense as to who you are. I feel like how it's helped you is the luck that you have. Okay, it has helped you to experience a better side of life, a side of life that maybe a lot of people don't have the ability to. It has helped you to take better care of yourself. It's helped you to exhibit more of a self-love for yourself, a self-care, because you've exposed yourself to a lot much more of the better sides to life. And even if you are not 100% wealthy and just 100% abundant. I feel like there is abundance within you, regardless of what your situation is. You still have the ability to be comfortable, to have those moments. Like, even if you're dealing with mad trauma, it's like it's like that luck inside of you is gonna, it keeps running because you have the ability to see the silver lining. So just regardless of where you are and where you're at in life, I feel like you always have those moments in which you're just comfortable, and you just know that things are gonna work out, and you're not really stressing because everything that you touch, you know, is gonna turn to gold. So regardless of where you are, why do I have to stress? I know that my needs are going to be met. I know that the universe is going to provide for me because it's fated. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't feel that way, you really should feel that way, because like, all good things that are coming to you, like, they were meant to come to you. So you might as well just get in that space that was created for you and experience lucky girl or lucky boy syndrome. Okay, where everything you touch worked out for you. But yeah, I just feel like it helps you because you're more able to experience just a better, more harmonious side to life, a comfortable side to life, a peaceful side to life, regardless of what your circumstance is. You create those moments for yourself. Now, how it has hindered you is, I feel like you might, it, we have why. So I feel like you might have questioned, definitely with the why, right? You definitely have questioned like yourself, and I think that that hinders you. I think that sometimes, because you've experienced, because you can make things happen and experience things, you might, when let's say something doesn't go your way, right? Let's say something doesn't go your way. You might internalize why that thing did not go your way, when oftentimes it could have just been it wasn't the right opportunity or it wasn't the right time. And that does not mean that your manifestation skills or your skills to make things happen just does not necessarily, is just not never gonna work out. It's just letting you know, okay, maybe, the universe has this on pause for now, but that still doesn't mean that it's not working out. Or maybe there's another piece to the puzzle that needs to be put in here, and maybe that's why something is not working out right now. So if something momentarily does not work out for you, you may start to get mad. You may start to get mad. You may start to wonder why, like, it's not working, or start to question yourself and your abilities. And I feel like that hinders you, and you might experience brief moments of anxiety or depression as to why something is not going in the way that you want it to go momentarily. But I would definitely say one of the best things you can do is just be patient, because things usually pick themselves back up. It's not always going to stay like this. It's just a moment in time. So you might internalize things, if it does not go in your way, that's how your luck has hindered you. So it's just about understanding that, like, what goes up must come down. What goes down must come up. So there's different cycles to things. You know what I'm saying? So you might be used to winning all the time, that if you don't get your way, you internalize it and think it's you. But it does not necessarily have to be that. There could be additional, things that need to be put into place. There could be additional information that's needed before you proceed. But I just feel like because you're fated to win, and you're fated to be blessed. There's so many good things that are on the way for you. There's so many good things that you have experienced in this life that, like, you may internalize it and think it's you, but I don't think it's you. I just think that sometimes it's just not the right time, or there's more information that's needed. And so you might start to question yourself and your abilities because something did not necessarily work out when you thought it would. But yeah, other than that, I mean, this is a good superpower to have. I feel like you're able to experience a side of life that maybe a lot of other people just don't have the ability to, or maybe they don't want to. Sometimes we have to just chalk it that maybe sometimes people don't want things, even if we think they should want them. So I would just continue to keep, just keep doing you. Like, keep doing you. And yeah, it seems like you're restless and you have a lot to do. And yeah, I'm excited about that for you. So with that being said, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it right there. I hope the best for y'all, and I cannot wait to see y'all in the next reading. Definitely make sure that you like, comment, subscribe. Have a blessed day, y'all, and I will see y'all again. All right, fam. My pile 3 people. Pile 3 people. If you chose the selenite stone with the Urban Tarot, we're going to get started with your reading. I want to first and foremost thank all new and returning subscribers. Shout out to the returning subscribers. Welcome to the new people. And I just want to thank y'all for liking, commenting, subscribing, engaging with my channel. I definitely appreciate that, and I look forward to putting out even more fun, insightful, and amazing pick a card readings. I'm so excited for that. And yeah, y'all definitely make sure you check out all the information in the description box if you would like to get a personal private reading with me, or if you would like to donate to this channel, or if you would like to check out my new line of 3D and hand painted gel press-on nails. That information is within the description box, and I want to personally thank everyone that has done those things. I appreciate you, and you support me, so in turn I have to support y'all. Okay, that's what I have to do. It's only right. Okay, we give and take. We give and receive. It's reciprocated over here. So with that being said, let's get started. We're asking Spirit what your superpower is, and I'm going to pull one card from this Hip Hop Queens Oracle deck to see what word sums up your superpower right now. And yeah, y'all, like I said in the other previous piles, if I was to keep going with this message, we would be here all day, because I'm sure there's a lot of amazing and special things about you. So we only gonna choose one. Okay, we only choosing one. We only choosing one. Like, we only choosing one. And for y'all superpower is within your defiance. Okay, I wasn't expecting defiance, but hey, because for real, defiance is not just about being bad, okay? It's not just about being bad. And when y'all were younger, y'all could have been that kid that just did not listen, okay? Y'all could have been the one that always questioned everything. You wasn't the one to always just go with the flow and of what your parents told you, or what your teacher told you, or what somebody told you. You was always questioning, well, why do I have to do that? Who says? Like, or that's defiance. You're just someone, you're not gonna go with just what someone says. Maybe you're one of those types of people that is like, someone could tell you something, but you need to understand how that person got to that conclusion, or why it's like that. Okay, so you're probably still the same way. Somebody who's still asking why, someone who's still questioning things, someone who still wants a valid explanation in order for you to then do whatever it is that that person wants you to do, or for you to act or behave. It's like, you need to know why. You're not just going to do anything for just anybody and not know why. You know what I'm saying? You're also someone who, I feel like, you do what is not expected from you. Okay, somebody would expect you to do this one thing, but you're not going to do that. You're not going to just do what people expect from you. Defiance can be seen as a bad thing. However, if you are in an environment that is not conducive to health, you know, so like if you came up in an abusive family structure, you know what I'm saying, or if you found yourself to be in a controlling relationship with somebody, it's like, you're not just going to be overcome by the way that other people are doing things, or by the way that the environment is going. It's like, that's not you. It's like, if it's not to your highest good, if it's not to your standard, it's like, you're not going to you're not going to sit there and allow the situation, the relationship, or the environment to overcome you. So like, defiance doesn't always have to be, oh, this is a bad thing, like you're being defiant, you're not listening. Like, it can be very helpful, especially if you find yourself in environments, situations, or in relationships with people that is not healthy for you. It would be a good thing to be defiant, because you're not just going to go with the flow, go with the status quo just because. You want to know why. Like, so let's get some more cards. Let's get some more cards to talk about you. Yeah, like, for y'all, your defiance is your power. And I feel like it has put you in a lot of leadership situations. So for some of y'all could definitely be the social justice warrior. You definitely could be. Or let me not even call y'all the social justice warrior, because that could be very, it could put a type of masculine type of stigma, especially if you consider yourself to be a feminine woman. But if you're a man and it's like you cool with it, you cool with it. But for some women, it's like they don't want their power to just be seen through just being this masculine social justice person, if y'all feel what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? But regardless of that, it's just like you could be that person that stands up for a cause. Like you're gonna fight for a cause. It's like there's some type of inequality, there's some type of injustice. It's like you're gonna step up. You know what I'm saying? So your defiant nature, like when you was younger, it probably got you into a lot of trouble. Like something that my mom would say about me when I was younger is she would be like, when you say A, she says B. Or when you say B, she says A. So you could have been that type of person too. It's like when somebody says one thing, you saying something else. If somebody says something else, you saying something else. Like you not, you know what I'm saying? You not just going to take what's there just because that's what there. You're not just gonna go along with something that's just because that's what's there. It's like you want to question things. So you probably got into some trouble when you was a kid, for real. But as a as an adult, it's like you can see that defiant nature within you, maybe even bucking against society, has put you into a role of leadership and empowerment. People like you because you question things. People want to follow you because there's just this confidence that you have within you, to where you can say like, something doesn't sound right here. You know what I'm saying? Or you can be like, it's a no for me over there. Like, you know what I'm saying? You are so in your way. Like, you are so in your way that people like you because of that. People look up to you because of that. You have authority because of that. People listen to what you have to say. People that, like, there's some type of confidence about you that does attract other people to you, because you're not just going to, you know what I'm saying? You're not just going to go with whatever just because. Like, you know what I'm saying? And people like that. They like that there's some type of cynicism to you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You need to question things. Like, and people like that. They like that about you. So that's why I'm just like, y'all definitely could be bucking, you know, you bucking against the system. You know what I'm saying? You doing something. And I actually saw this card and I thought about social justice. And here it looks like they're fighting for something, right? With the 7 of Wands, it just continues that message to where it's like, if something does not apply to you and it does not make sense, then it needs to get out of here. It needs to get out, because it's not doing nothing for nobody. And it's definitely not doing nothing for you and whatever your agenda is. So you definitely have the ability to, you know, to stand up for yourself. You defend yourself. And I feel like other people love that aspect about you, and you inspire other people to want to defend themselves and for them to want to step up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and to see what really is going on. Like, you're that type of person. It's like, but what's really going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, you want me to do this, but what's behind that? What is really going on? So I don't know, if somebody was to get into a connection with you, like date you and stuff, like this person would really have to be on their P's and Q's, and they would really have to allow you to be who you are, and to not see your defiance as a weakness or as something negative, but to see it as a strength, because you actually could teach others how to stand up for themselves. You know what I'm saying? And how to not just take anything just because. Like, so you do that. You stand up for people. And you inspire people to want to do that for themselves, and you because you stand up for yourself too. So if anybody was to try to come up against you, like, I don't even want to be on that side. Like, I don't even want to be on the other side of that. Okay, I would just want to be on the side of the people with the signs that are picketing behind your agenda. I don't want to be on the other side of it. Okay, I don't want to be on the other side of that. I want to be on your side. But yeah, let's get some cards about your origin story. I'm just playing with y'all. I'm playing with y'all. Let's get some cards about your origin story. Yeah, when y'all were younger, you may not have felt empowered. Like I said, you may have been in some environments, you may have been in some relationships with people that just did not help to make you feel uh courageous, or it didn't help to make you feel strong within your sense of self. So when y'all was younger, you probably didn't have too much guidance on, you know, your sense of that strength that's within you. You know what I'm saying? So when you were younger, you definitely could have been bullied. You could have been bullied at school, in the home. You could like just made fun of. No one ever taught you how to, you know, be strong. Maybe you even displayed your vulnerability and you were taken advantage of. It just gives the energy of like where you are so strong, you have such a strong sense of self within yourself and your ability to advocate for yourself. I feel like when you were younger, or even before you stepped into this energy, you didn't have that. You didn't have that empowerment to feel like it was okay to be you. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people didn't stand up for you either. You had to learn how to stand up for yourself. You had to learn how to defend yourself. You had to learn how to advocate for yourself. Yeah, I feel, I don't know, I don't feel bad for you, but it's like I can identify for you, because it's like with you, because it's like if you didn't go through those things, you wouldn't be who you are today. You wouldn't be such a strong person in who you are today. Like, and it does not necessarily have to mean physically strong, but it's like just strong in your mind. Like you wouldn't be that strong mentally. You wouldn't be so strong psychologically if you didn't go through these things. So it's like, I don't feel bad for y'all, but I do want to give y'all a hug, because I can identify with this energy and what you went through and how it's helped you to be who you are today. So I don't feel bad for y'all, because if it wasn't for this, y'all wouldn't be who y'all are. But I do want to give y'all a hug because I get it. I get it. Yeah, it's like, I feel like y'all always wanted to be this way. That's a part of y'all origin story. It's just like you might have imagined yourself as, for some of y'all, I just got like as a mighty hero, even though you did not feel that way. You've imagined yourself this way. I feel like over time, you know, as life started to give you even more experiences to where it was like, no, you must stand up for yourself. I feel like the universe really wanted you to be this way. And I think it makes sense, because it's like, they continue to keep giving you different situations, whether it was you being bullied, or you potentially being abused, or you potentially being overlooked. It's like they gave you, like you experienced these things. And even more so, before you came here, you might have chose these experiences for yourself so that you can go through these things, so that you can be more, you know, I'm trying to say, empowered. And I feel like, you know, you've been there's been so many experiences that you've, you know, been given to be able to, you know, embody this energy that you're embodying, your superpowers, so that you can get through these things. So I just feel like in your origin story, you've experienced a lot of moments that have caused you to have to stand up for yourself and caused you to have to defend yourself. And I feel like over time, you just started bodying. Like when I say body, you've been starting to my slang. I should definitely do a video where I'm talking about my slang and what it means. But for the most part, it's like you really started to learn through those experiences, and you started stepping up. You started passing the tests. That's why I say you started to body those experiences. You started to pass those tests like with flying colors. Spirit was like, okay, she's standing up for herself. Okay, he's advocating for himself. Okay, they are defending themselves. And I think that that's really what helped you to become even this authoritative figure, like, you know, and it's not authoritarian, but it's like authoritative. It's like you command respect. Like, you know what I'm saying? You command respect, because you just like, you're powerful. Like, you're very powerful. And what was once seen as a particular weakness or something I feel like that could have hindered you in your early life is like, it seems like now because you've been passing those tests, planting those seeds, it's like now you've been able to, you know, step up for yourself, to advocate for yourself. But we're going to see how has your superpower helped you and how has it also hindered you. I talked a little bit about it, but We going to see. We going to see what comes up. Let me get one more card. Okay, so we have observer for how it has hindered you, but then we also have yin for how it has helped you. How it has helped you. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of masculine energy that is apparent when it comes to defiance and just you're gonna question things. But I also feel like questioning things is also a very feminine thing to do too, because it requires for introspection. I just feel like a lot of the masculinity part comes from when life is handling you these tests, you act on these tests, and you've been stepping up and advocating for yourself. But I feel like this yin and feminine energy, it also brings it back to what I was saying earlier, to where it's just like I don't want to place a label on you, as far as, oh, you being this warrior. Like, I don't want to place that label on you, because strength doesn't have to just come through fighting, but strength can also come even more subtly, and that's definitely through the feminine energy. Strength can be shown through that energy as well. So I feel as though your superpower has also helped you to be a little more balanced, and to understand, like, it's not just about just being so strong and overbearing and defiantly overbearing, but it's also about maybe playing it from a different position. You know what I'm saying? Playing it from a more softer position, playing it more from a position of questioning. And there was a word that came up in my mind. There was a word, hopefully it'll come back. But I missed the opportunity to say the word, but it's just more from questioning, and it can even be from a place of awareness. So something even more, a little more subtle. So I just feel as though for y'all, with the Emperor, he definitely, for me, represents a divine masculine energy. And then we have Yin, which is talking about the feminine energy. I just feel as though y'all have a good balance of both. It's like, when it's time to act, but you also know when it's time to create, or to just think, or to sit on something for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's like y'all are y'all are balanced people. I feel like that's how your defiance has helped you. I feel like before, you may have been a little bit much more to yourself, or you didn't really have the extra oomph that it really took to, honestly, for real, to survive in this world, in this society. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like life gave you lessons and experiences that you began to pass, that really gave you the additional strength that you needed to be able to survive. I'm just keeping it real. Like, how has this hindered you with observer? Yeah, I just feel like this plays back into, like, who you used to be. I think that you used to not really be someone who stood up for yourself, or who was there for yourself. You just kind of sat back and was, like, really passive, like very, very passive to a fault. So I feel as though it hindered you, because you kind of was hindering your own growth. You know what I'm saying? You were kind of hindering your own progression. I feel like some of y'all even have moments where you kind of look back on your past, and you think about things, and you think about, like, how you could have stood up for yourself a little better at those times and in those times. But what I'll say to you, and there's a word for that, I forgot what the word is, but I definitely saw it on an online forum. There was a word for that. But for the most part, it's just like you would think back to things in the past and just feel like, oh, I wish I could have did this better, or I wish I could have stood up for myself, or I wish I could have, you know what I'm saying? I feel like y'all might experience those things as well, because there was points in times in your life where you thought, I could have stood up for myself a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's the past, and it's not really much that you could do about it. I just feel like now, moving forward, you're not going to be afraid to advocate for yourself, or to advocate for others. And it just is what it is. Like, we can't go back to the past, but we can understand how the past helped to shape us into who we are now. So yeah. I definitely hope that y'all enjoyed this reading. I hope that it resonated, and definitely make sure that y'all like, comment, subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one. Have a blessed day, and yeah, see ya.